everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to look at the Mattel WWE Elite Elias action figure. This guy is from the most recent wave of WWE Elite figures. I happened to stumble across him at Walmart. Unfortunately, the wave had already been picked through and I didn't get the other figure I wanted from the wave. I collect these guys. I'm into female wrestling figures and fully clothed wrestling figures. I use them as civilians, thugs, muscle, henchmen, gangsters, mobsters, regular people, businessmen in my action figure world to enhance my action figure dioramas. This guy here comes with a guitar. I like the way he looked. He looks like a big, tough, muscular guy. So let's go check out the packaging here. WWE Elite Elias. He's got alternate hands. He's got a guitar in there, which is pretty nice looking. I love the accessories these guys come with. His head looks great. Big strong arms, beard. I like it a lot. Top here, it says True FX, means you're using some sort of facial printing. Series 73. Here he is on the side. Here he's on the other side playing his instrument. Here's the bottom with a bunch of credits and a barcode if anyone needs it. On the back side here, here's a guy, a little profile of him. Then a bunch of the other figures from the wave. I'm really only interested in Carrie Sane. I actually think I'm going to get her from Amazon.com. So with no further ado, let's crack this guy open. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. He does come with a guitar, 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands. He's got a removable scarf, as well as a removable shirt. And the shirt is sort of an advertisement of himself. It says, "Walk with Elias." But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figure. So this is the Elite version of Elias. I saw a basic version of the store, but he had pants on and no shirt, so I couldn't really use him as an extra in the background of my action figure displays. But this one here is going to work pretty good. I think his face and head look great. Nice strong beard. Pretty nice detail in his eyes. Like what I'm seeing so far. He has a man bun, and I personally am not fond of man buns. But you know what? They made it look pretty good on the figure. He's got this scarf, kind of black and white going down. You can see a shirt, a Walk with Elias. There's him playing his guitar. His pants look pretty nice. Just sort of some brown slacks. Regular shoes below that. Overall, I saw this figure at the store and I thought to myself, this guy looks good. He looks strong, like some muscle, possibly a henchman. Could be just a regular guy. I like the guitar accessory. I had to grab him up. And then here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. It looks like what I assume are bandanas that were around his wrist are also removable. So when selecting these wrestling figures from my action figure world, I think of 2 things. Number 1, can this guy make a good civilian? And number 2, can this guy make a good henchman or muscle for my Batman to beat up on? This guy definitely fits the bill. So next, let's check out this guy's accessories, starting off with his hands. So here he is with his first pair of hands, a pair of standard gripping hands, able to hold a smaller item. I personally like these kind of hands on my action figures, as they can hold items and they can double as a fist pretty easily. And here he is with his next pair of hands. These are also gripping hands, quite a bit larger to hold some larger items. I believe these will hold his guitar a little better than the other hands. And these are going to be the default hands that I use for this guy. The right hand being the smaller gripping hand, the left hand being the larger gripping hand, so that he can hold his guitar securely. Next, let's check out his clothing type items. These are not cloth, but they are made of a soft plastic, very bendable. You can see a scarf here, bend that thing around, absolutely no problem. His shirt here, Walk with Elias, showing him with playing his guitar. It has some pegs, fit in the holes here, can secure on the sides. Then he's got his bandanas fit around his wrists. Here he is with the bandanas reattached to his arms. Here he is with his shirt back on. For the most part, I'm always going to have the shirt on this action figure. This guy does look pretty good with his shirt off. but in my action figure world building, having him with a shirt on, I can use him for a lot of different uses. I'm familiar with him in the wrestling world. I'm not a big wrestling fan. I buy these wrestling figures to enhance the rest of my action figure world. That's just me. And then here he is, fully clothed, at least as most of you can get this figure. He's got his scarf on, shirt on, and the bandanas on his wrists. So next, let's look at his guitar. The detail on the thing is not too bad. It's basic, but not too basic. Got sort of brown in the background, a little bit of detail here in the middle. See the guitar strings, some of the different chords. Overall, not a bad piece. Now this is a breakaway guitar, as of course wrestlers love to smash things over each other and break them. My only sort of complaint about this thing, it can fall apart a little bit too easily. Here he is holding his guitar, his left hand, the larger gripping hand, holding the top, and then his right hand, the smaller gripping hand, playing the strings. It looks pretty good like this. I must say, as I was trying to put it in his hands, the top part of the guitar kept falling out. This thing is just a little bit too fragile. I have half a mind to glue it all together, but that would get rid of the action feature, which I do kind of like. Here he is with several different action figures, all playing musical instruments. And here's Elias in the wrestling ring, playing his guitar, as he often does. And then we got big old Braun Strowman sneaking up behind him, getting ready to interrupt his solo act. And here he is confronting Braun Strowman about interrupting his guitar solo. And here they both are, getting ready to throw and smash stuff over each other's heads. Looks like Elias has gotten the upper hand. And he has successfully smashed the guitar over Braun's head. Of course, this is not going to slow Braun Strowman down. Here's his guitar, fully intact. And here it is, broken down. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at his accessories, next let's check out the height of this figure. So from bottom to top, this guy is sitting at just about 7.0 inches, which will translate to about 18 centimeters. Next, let's check out this guy's articulation. Starting with his head here, of course it can rotate from side to side. It can look down about that far, up about that far. Shoulders on a ball joint, then go out just a little bit more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got a bicep cut below that. Single jointed elbows below that. Then go in about 90 degrees. His wrist here can rotate around, and it's going to be hinged as well. He's got a traditional ab crunch in the middle here. Allow him to go back that far, forward about that much. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs are on the ball joint, then go out not quite 90 degrees. Go forward about that far, back, really not at all. He's got a thigh cut below that. Double jointed knees, then go all the way back. Then his feet here, then go up and down just a tiny little bit, not much at all. They can tilt and rock a little bit. And then they can rotate as well. Next, let's check them out compared with some other action figures, starting off with some other wrestling figures. Here he is with the only other wrestling figure from this Elite wave that I chose to get. Here he is with some other Mattel WWE Elite wrestling figures. And here with some Mattel basic wrestling figures. And here he is next to some Mattel female wrestling figures, both basic and elite. On the left, we've got two basic figures. On the right, two elite figures. Next, let's check him out compared with some other action figure lines from different various companies to see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Here he is with some DST or Diamond Select toys. And here, next to some McFarlane Toys action figures. And here he is next to some NECA figures. Here he is next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here he is next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. And here next to some of his Mattel brothers from DC Universe Classics and Multiverse. And now next to some Mafex figures. And here, next to some Hasbro, Marvel Legends. And here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts, action figures. So overall, this is a pretty nice figure. I'm actually enjoying him more than I thought I would. I really like his head sculpt. I think it looks pretty good. Paint is crisp for the most part. Little issues with the beard, but nothing major. I really like his pants. I think they're pretty well done. His muscular body with the shirt off actually is sculpted pretty nicely as well, although I personally prefer mine with the shirt on. His accessories are cool. I like the guitar. Really wish it wouldn't fall apart quite so easy, but I can find a lot of uses for guitar in my action figure world. If I were to rate this guy, I think I'd give him a 7 out of 10. It's a pretty good rating for a wrestling figure, at least in my book. I collect wrestling figures from my own unique point of view, action figure world building. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.